Hi there. I am Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I am the author of this fabulous book that is in audio form as well as paperback and ebook. And tomorrow night on my radio show, bbs.com, and my radio show is Soulfully Orgasmic Sage. Tomorrow I'll be discussing the female orgasm in all its glory. Why am I talking about this? Well, you know, I am a self-love coach, and a long time ago, my guides guided me to write this book. And I was shocked. You want me to write a book about sex? I teach self-love. And you know what they told me? God actually spoke to me and said, sex is a part of a healthy, loving human experience. And if you don't like sex, you don't love yourself. And so we're going to be talking about all aspects of the female orgasm. Why some women don't have orgasms. Why some women can so easily. How to get there. Why it is so important that a woman trusts her partner. And, you know, think of me as a modern day Dr. Ruth. I'm about as tall as she is, maybe a little taller than her, but I've written several books and lots of blog articles about erectile dysfunction and statins and all aspects of the human sexual experience. So I am excited to be able to share this on my radio show tomorrow night. It is at 8 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Mountain, and 11 p.m. Eastern. And yes, it will be recorded, but I will be taking live phone calls. I highly recommend that you log into bbs.com for Station 1 and get the phone numbers. They're phone numbers for you to call in and get your questions answered live on the call. Okay, so we are all humans, right? And we are mind, body, spirit. There are so many aspects to the human experience. And, you know, if we don't trust our man, we may not be able to orgasm. If a man doesn't understand the physiology of a woman, especially women after menopause, things are a little different. We're going to talk about all those aspects. And for you men, don't worry. In 2 more weeks, we'll be talking about you. And then in 6 weeks, so 6 weeks from tomorrow, yes, we'll be talking about porn. Yes, we're going to talk about porn. We won't be showing porn or viewing porn, but we're going to talk about it. How does it relate to today's world? Is it an issue? Is it great? We're going to talk about porn, and I may trigger some of you. Okay, let's see, do we have questions? All right, so we're not going to give airtime to anybody else named Gates. So what is this book? So Orgasm for Life, I created it in an audiobook. It's done in a studio, and I had a great producer in LA that helped me produce the book. But what I will tell you about this book is that a lot of it is channeled, and I also channeled George Carlin. You know, George Carlin loved his wife. He was a great advocate of women's rights, and you know, quite humorous. So I brought some of George Carlin's humor into the book, but I'll also talk to you about, so I talk about conscious relationships, because the old way of being in a partnership or relationship isn't working today. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you two are not growing together, if you're not committed to growing together, if you're not committed to talking about issues as they come up, you're going to find that you know, you may stay together, but your relationship will be fractured. So I'm all about growing intimacy, growing connection, You know, there's a sacredness to lovemaking, and if we're going about it in a robotic way, in a driving to the end result, let me just tell you, you won't experience all the wonderful, I don't want to call it ramifications, because all the wonderful ins and outs of making love. Because if you are forcing or pushing toward the end, it's just like the personal growth experience, right? It's about the journey, not the destination. So we'll be talking. There are so many aspects to the sexual experience, and I am fearless about talking about it. If you have a question that you would like to have answered on the air, because maybe you're a little shy, send me an email at jenniferelizabethmasters@gmail.com, or you could also post it below if you feel comfortable enough doing that. So let me just tell you about the audiobook. I plan on having my producer on the air tomorrow night, because he was in the studio. I was in my little box. It was like a little room, where I was doing the narration, candle lit, and a little soft light in the room, and he was out there in the production area. And at one point he said to me, "Okay, that's a wrap." And it was early. We normally work till about midnight and then close, and then I drove 2 hours to LA. But on this particular night, he was ready to go by 10 o'clock. And his wife told me that he could not wait to get her into bed that night because of listening to the audiobook. So if you're having a hard time getting turned on, if you're having a hard time getting connected to your sexual energy, this book will help you. It'll help you in so many ways. So I wrote this book for people to have a deeper experience making love in the relationship, communicating with one another openly and honestly, because I spent crying in the bathroom because I didn't have an orgasm, and I did that for years in marriage. So I have a very open view of what women have experienced, because I've been there too. And so I will share how to bring your woman to orgasm. What is it that she needs? And it isn't just mechanics. So there's a way to romance a woman. Now, women communicate in a very different way than men do. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're different. We're wired differently. And you know what? Here's the thing about men, and something that I have really grown to love about you men, is that you are straight shooters. You are direct, and you will tell it like it is. You will easily tell us what you want and need. We women need to take a page out of the madness. We have a tendency to, and this is not all women, but a lot of women, especially if they don't feel secure either in their relationship or secure with themselves, they'll have a harder time being able to talk about sex and what it is that they need or want. So tomorrow night, I hope you'll join me. If you have a question, again, jenniferelizabethmasters@gmail.com. I will bring joy, love, peace, sacredness, and some humor into your lovemaking experience, because sex isn't all seriousness. It could be a lot of fun and joyful. So please do join me tomorrow night on bbs.com/SOS. I'll be posting my link tomorrow and also below this video. Again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. Mwah! Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day.